Alabama's new abortion ban is too restrictive and will not reduce abortions, just make them more unsafe. And I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of heat from fellow conservatives on this stance, but so be it. I think for myself, and it's time for final thoughts.
Well, after that commentary on Fox Nation, Tomi Lahren became one of the top trending topics on all of social media. She's found some unlikely allies and plenty of anger as well. Tomi's here to talk about that and more. Tomi's also the author of a forthcoming book. Congratulations on that. Her new book goes on sale just in time for the 4th of July. It's called Never Play Dead: How the Truth Makes You Unstoppable. Tomi Lahren, welcome back to The Issue Is.
Good to be here.
Good to see you. So let's talk about your truth when it comes to abortion. For people that didn't watch the full commentary, what's sort of your main point?
Sure. Well, for me, like I've said time and time again, this is not new news. I am not pro-abortion. I am pro-limited government. And so for me, the government does few things well, including regulating health care. So I don't believe they should be included in making that decision. And also, when I talk to a lot of pro-life advocates, because I get that position, I really do, I often ask them, do you think a government ban, especially one like in Alabama that's a blanket ban with only exception for life of the mother, do you think that that's really going to stop abortions, or do you think it's just going to make them more unsafe, or they're going to have people traveling to other states or even other countries, making it, again, more unsafe for those women in that position? So that's the question I like to pose to a lot of pro-life conservatives. But the problem is that I seem to get a lot of tuning out from both sides. And that's the issue to me with this whole debate, is that we tune each other out and we don't understand that this is not a black and white issue for anybody, really.
Mm-hmm. You got some support from celebrities who don't usually support you. You got a lot of anger from some people on the right, a lot of whom watch Fox News. Mm-hmm. What was that like, sort of being in the middle of that storm?
For me, I never do anything or never strategize anything to get support from either side. One of the things I'm most proud of is that I get heat from the left and the right on a daily basis, and that's okay with me. I think for me, it's also important to stand up and say that there are pro-choice conservatives out there who feel like they can't say it because there is an attack, of course, from the pro-life community, and they don't even want anything to do with any conservative that is pro-choice. And I have an issue with that. I believe we can take things issue by issue and have disagreements and agreements on different things across party lines, because that's how most Americans feel. So why are we in such a polarized place where it's pro-life, pro-choice, Republican, Democrat? That's not how most Americans think and feel. So yes, it's great to get the support from the celebrities, but it's not really, to me, I don't look at it as support for that position. I hope that they look at it and say, this is a chick that's real, that believes what she believes, and whether it falls on the left or the right, she's going to speak her truth, and that's how I've always been.
Well, let's talk about something you have been advocating for that many celebrities don't agree with, which is the issue of immigration itself. This week in California, the state Senate moved forward with a bill that would give health care, access to Medi-Cal, to undocumented immigrants under 26 and over 65, who you would call illegal aliens. Mm-hmm. Governor Newsom was on our show last week talking about why he supports this. I know this is not something you support.
Oh, absolutely not. I don't understand why we would be funding health care for those people who have no legal right to be in this country. We have an illegal immigration issue. Whether you're on the left or the right, I think we can agree that it's a problem. When you have thousands coming over a day, it's a problem. Cities are being overwhelmed with the immigration issue. And by providing more perks and benefits subsidized by California taxpayers, you're issuing a cattle call for thousands more to come into this country. And then I look at the problems we already have in California. I look at our homelessness issue. I look at our affordable housing issue. I look at communities that are already underserved. And then we have our elected leaders saying that they want to provide more benefits to illegal immigrants. That should be infuriating for Californians, no matter what side of the political aisle they fall on.
Well, speaking of California politics, we talked to Kamala Harris earlier in the show. She's running for president. As somebody who's a pro-Trump conservative, who do you think is the strongest candidate for the Democrats?
I think they're going to go with Biden because that's the comfortable choice. I think that if the economy wasn't doing so well, he might have a shot. However, it's really hard for Biden to come in and say he's for the working man and he's for the average American when Donald Trump is doing things for the working man and for the average American. If the economy was going down the tube, he would have a shot. But the economy is so strong, I don't think anyone can touch Trump right now, especially when they're just continuing with their witch hunt and they're not focusing on the issues.
Well, you know we like to play some games on this show. So one of them is the name game. We're going to go through all the different names of some of the candidates. So we want you to think of one word that comes to mind when you think of each of these candidates. You ready?
You're going to get me in trouble, but that's all right.
I know, but that's the fun part.
For you.
Okay. Joe Biden.
Sleepy. Obviously.
Bernie Sanders.
I call him Grandpa Socialist. That's just my name for him.
Kamala Harris.
Phony.
Pete Buttigieg, Mayor Pete.
Disingenuous.
Beto O'Rourke.
Robert. That's the first thing I think of. Robert O'Rourke.
Cory Booker.
Spartacus.
And Elizabeth Warren.
Pocahontas.
Oh, that one was easy.
That one was easy.
Why do you think Mayor Pete's disingenuous?
Well, I think that when he hit at Mike Pence so hard over that issue, I felt like it was disingenuous. I feel like he had issues and then he had to go back to identity politics. That's really my issue with Mayor Pete, is that he had a platform and an agenda and then it switched all the way to the identity politics, going after Mike Pence, and that's where he lost me.
All right, well, enough talking about everybody else. Let's talk a little bit about you, right? So we like to play a game called Personal Issues, where we get to know a little bit more about you and some of the stuff that you may not talk about in the commentaries to get to know who you are. So, you ready? We're going to put 30 seconds on the clock. We're going to play our music. Here we go. And favorite movie?
American Sniper.
Favorite athlete?
Nick Boza, actually.
Favorite band?
Favorite band? Florida Georgia Line.
Favorite meal?
Spaghetti.
Favorite quote or motto?
Never play dead.
Favorite song?
Oh, well, you know, I'm such a Cardi B fan, so really any collection of Cardi B I'm good with.
Do you have a favorite holiday?
4th of July, obviously.
4th of July is a great holiday, and Memorial Day, a great holiday as well. And we're all
Absolutely.
thinking about our troops as well. I know you and Cardi B got into a fight, so that was a joke for people that didn't recognize that.
I still like her music, though. It's a joke, but I still like her music.
But we do have another song choice that you made. Tell us about this. A little Up Down, right?
A little Up Down because Morgan's a friend of mine. I think he's great in the country music scene. He's going to be a big star, and he's always been so kind to me. So I'm supporting the new country artists.
So, Gloria already taught me a move. Do you have a move you want to show us?
I don't have a move that I'm going to probably do on camera.
Can you teach me something?
I don't think I could teach you a dance move, but I could probably do hers. What was this? A little bit of this
a little
was hers,
that, a little
and
this.
A little, yeah, I like Gloria's move.
She points.
Yeah, I like the pointing, and I like that. So I'm going to learn Gloria's
We're bringing
dance.
Tomi Lahren and Gloria Allred together. You don't get that on any other show. Tomi, thanks for being here. Nice to see you.
Always good to be here.